The people, men of Athens, who put this story about are my most formidable accusers, since those who hear this tend to believe that whoever investigates such matters does not believe in the gods either. What is more, these accusers are numerous, and they have been making their accusations for a long time now. Indeed, they were speaking to you at an age when you were most easily convinced. Some of you were just children or youths, making unanswered accusations to which no defense was offered. But what is most unreasonable of all is that it is not even possible to be sure of their names and state them, unless one of them happens to be a certain comic poet. Yet those who convinced you by recourse to malice and slander, or those who convinced others too when they themselves had been convinced, all these people present a formidable challenge. For it is impossible to bring them here or to cross-examine any of them. So I must simply fight with shadows in my own defense and conduct a cross-examination to which no one responds. So you really should accept, as I say, that there have been two groups of accusers, those who accused me recently and the earlier ones whom I am now describing. And please accept that I must defend myself against these first. For these were the first accusers you heard, and you heard them for longer than my recent accusers. So be it. I must make a defense then, men of Athens, and attempt in such a short time to undo a slander you have picked up over many years. Now this is the outcome I would prefer, if it were somehow better for you and for me, and I would like to succeed in my defense. But I think this is difficult, and the sort of task it is has not entirely escaped my notice. In any case, let this unfold in whatever way the god pleases. Yet the law must be obeyed, so I must present a defense. What, in fact, is the allegation that has given rise to this slander against me? Presumably the one Meletus relied upon when he brought this charge against me. Let us take up this question from the beginning. Well, when the slanderers slandered me, what did they say? Well, I should read out their charge as if they were the accusers. Socrates acts unjustly and is excessively curious, investigating things beneath the earth and in the heavens, making the weaker argument stronger, and teaching these same things to others. It goes something like that. And indeed, you yourselves have seen a Socrates, in Aristophanes' comedy, being carried about the place, claiming to walk on air, and blabbering a lot of other nonsense about which I have no knowledge, great or small. And I am not speaking out of disrespect for this sort of knowledge, if anyone is wise in such matters. I hope that Meletus's charges are never so numerous as to make me do that. But the fact is, men of Athens, I have no involvement with these matters. And I am calling you, the majority of you, as witnesses. And I think those of you who have ever heard me engaging in discourse, as so many of you have, should instruct one another and inform one another. Yes, you should tell one another if any of you have ever heard me discoursing on such matters to any extent, great or small. And from this you will realize that the other things that most people say about me are just like these accusations. In fact, not one of them is true. And if you have heard from anyone that I undertake to educate people and charge money for doing so, that is not true either, although I would regard this too as a fine accomplishment, if someone were able to educate people, as Gorgias of Leontini does, Prodicus of Chios too, and Hippias of Elis.